Hi, sophomores. This is Mrs. Tucker. I hope you've been having a great last week of the 9 weeks and last week before spring break. So we are continuing with our character analysis brainstorm, and I just want to thank a lot of you AVL sophomores are really trying to move forward with this. And I know we're going a little slow. I apologize, but I want to make sure that we're kind of going step by step together. So I know you already saw this handout, guys, but this is the character analysis assignment. So this says character analysis focusing on character traits examines the behavior of a character in a novel, a play, a short story, or other literary works. It identifies the essential traits of the person and looks for meaning in how this person is portrayed inside the novel or the play. A convincing analysis supports those conclusions with detailed evidence of the character's actions, words, thoughts, or anything they may say or do. So here's your actual assignment, which again, I know many of you have read this. Select a character from a literary work. Right? So you guys it can be a poem, it can be a short story, it can be a book, it can be a novel. So yes, it can be Cinderella, the story. It could be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It can be Harry Potter. I would even suggest if you're reading a specific book in your English class right now, definitely use that because you're already reading it and discussing it. So you can use that as part of this character analysis. So first you select the character from the literary work. In a paper, discuss the essential traits of the character. Now, guys, I want to make sure that you understand that word essential because we're not just saying, oh, traits, what are they like? Essential are the most important traits of the character when it comes to their personality, when it comes to what they believe, when it comes to their actions, or to their appearance. So I'm not saying you have to talk about their personality, beliefs, actions, and appearance. Notice it says or. So when you think of your character that you've read about and you think about the most important things that make them who they are, is it a personality trait? Is it a belief? Is it what they do? Or is it what they look like? It can be a combination. Maybe an essential trait is what they look like, but also their personality, how they act, how they treat other people, okay? For some of your stories, it might only be their beliefs, and all of their essential traits come from their beliefs. But understand that this is just an example. Use those essential traits to draw some conclusions about their motives, why they do what they do, their values, what they believe, or what makes them a significant character. Okay, so you're going to look at your traits and you're going to say, this is how this person is. This is how they behave. This is what they do. So because of this, I believe what makes them do what they do is, and then you're going to have to draw that conclusion. You have to support your analysis with evidence from the actual story or poem or book. So you cannot tell me that this person believed that love conquers all without actually telling me from the book. I need an example, an example, an example, an example. Okay, now I just did that, guys. But honestly, if somebody were say, hey, Mrs. Tucker's nice. And then, oh, really? Is she? Well, what does she do? Well, she's just nice. Okay, then that's not really going to help them understand. But you say, hey, Mrs. Tucker's nice. Oh, really? Why is she nice? Well, she reaches out to us if we have concerns. If we send her an email, she tries to respond and answer our questions. So you see, it's much different than just saying, oh, this person is nice because they're nice, and being able to give specific examples, okay? Now, as far as the how you write, you can either write for a journal. You can either write like you're talking to other avid students and you're trying to recommend this particular book or poem. You can pretend like you actually are a different character in the story and you're talking about the other character. Or honestly, guys, you can just write it as a 3-part essay: introduction, body, conclusion. You are going to need to tell us who the audience is. So again, if you select B, a recommendation for other AVID students, your audience is going to be AVID students, other AVID students, not Mrs. Tucker, okay? If you're writing a 3-part essay for AVID or an academic class, your audience might be the students in AVID or Mrs. Tucker, or maybe even your English teacher. So what is your purpose? What are you trying to do with this essay? The form. What will this paper look like? So will it be a review? Will it be a journal article? Will it be a journal entry? Or will it be a 3-part essay? Okay, don't worry about the due date just yet, because we're picking up on some of this when we come back from spring break. Now, once you have completed that, guys, you have decided, this is where brainstorming comes in. So you now have to identify the character traits and the evidence from the text to support that. So using the list of character traits that we brainstormed in class, which, pause, time out. So what I want you to do before you do this handout, I want you to take a piece of paper, and for the character that you've selected, whether you selected Cinderella or Beast from Beauty and the Beast, I want you to list all of the character traits you can think of when it comes to that character, what they look like, what they act like, what they do, what they believe, and just list. You might have 10, you might have 15, you might have 8, no set number. But once you come up with that list, you're going to identify the 3 specific traits that seem especially important about your character, okay? You're going to put the first trait in this box, second trait in this box, third trait in this box, okay? Then go back to your story and find specific evidence. So again, if you said that this person believes love conquers all, then I need you to tell me on page 47, when her sister was afraid she was going to lose her boyfriend, she said this, she said this, she said this. Now, guys, I'll tell you, this box is definitely not big enough to put all your evidence. If you would like to just put this, say, in a Google Doc, and then just say, have my traits listed, and then bullet point evidence. But again, guys, I know one of the questions that you're going to have is, well, how many pieces of evidence? Guys, you have to have enough evidence to prove your point. So again, like the example I gave you a minute ago, oh, Mrs. Tucker is nice. What do you want to hear as a student, as examples from another student to make you believe that I'm nice if you've never met me? So how many pieces of information would you need about your character to actually believe that they believe love conquers all? All right. Then when you look at your traits and you look at your evidence, remember I told you have to come to a conclusion about this person. What does this tell you about who they are, what they value, what they believe? And you're going to put that down here. Why are these traits important? What does it tell us ultimately about this character? Now, guys, this is going to be an assignment that takes place both Wednesday and Thursday. You are not going to do a TRF on Thursday. You're going to finish this assignment. So do part of it today, do part of it on Thursday, and then we will pick up with the assignment when we come back from spring break. All right, guys, have a great evening. Bye-bye.